Thanks very much for coming in, Steve. Now, obviously we need to talk about the future rather than the past. We'll get to the past in a moment. In Pakistan recently, there's been a very, very interesting contest between the wristy Sri Lankans and the very, very wristy Pakistanis. Now, Sri Lanka have now put the cleaners through Pakistan in the one-day series and then the tests. Are these betting results, meaning are lots of money being still made on these results, or is this a genuine state of Pakistani cricket, i.e. hopeless?
Tough question first up.
They don't get any easier, Steve.
No, well, I hope they do, actually. But Pakistan are obviously a bit up and down, and you're not quite sure what they're going to do on the field. And, well, Sri Lanka aren't a bad side these days. I think I'll leave it at that.
Now, Dav Watmore certainly turned the Sri Lankans around, and so when you think about this future summer, is it merely an exhibition of a man kicking a dog that's going to tour around to the Gabba, the MCG, the SCG and so on, with Australia obviously with the boots on, and the opponents, the travelling opponents, the very, very wristy subcontinental teams being the dog?
Well, I hope so, yeah, it'd be nice, but you know, we've obviously got a good side and we're playing well, and I suppose we're the #1 side in the world, so we'll be looking to retain that crown when we play Pakistan and Sri Lanka, but they got some good players and they'll be tough.
Steve, we should have, or just remind people of a couple of moments earlier this year. I mean, it seems forever ago, but it was only yesterday. Let's have a look, I think, when you scored your 200th run against the West Indies in this particular innings. There it was. That looks like Richie Richardson looking very, very stupid. And there's you. And out they come, the green and gold army, which included, and unfortunately we can't see him here, Fat Cat Richie came out. Yeah. He came out, he fell over, he was covered in mud. He looked very, 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 very stupid. How did you feel having stupid old Fat Cat?
Well, it was very unusual, I got to admit. I mean, I got the 200 and I was sort of just concentrating on the cricket and really focused, and then all those people run on the ground. I saw there was an Australian guy there playing a didgeridoo, which is a bit unusual for cricket. Yeah. Another guy was bouncing an AFL football, and thought, that's pretty strange. And then I sort of smelt bourbon and coke, and I looked up and there was Fat Cat, so that sort of capped it all off. It was one of those moments which was very unusual.
What did Fat Cat say to you, Steve? Was it, well done, mate,
yeah, it was a bit like that, yeah, to start with, but I think he said something like, you're a legend, well done, great stuff. Then off he went.
You're a legend, that's what he said. How did that make you feel at the time? Did you feel a legend? Did you think, well, a Fat Cat thinks I'm right?
Well,
it must be true.
Well, yeah, sort of. No, I don't know, it was a funny moment, as you say, and to see Greg there was very unusual, and I didn't really think much of it at the time, but later on I thought, yeah, that was a bit strange.
Now, obviously the whole test series hinged on the first test and making a good start. And Roy and I believe that the masterstroke in the Australian strategy was to get that blood clot into Bobby Simpson's leg and get him into bloody hospital for the start. So you didn't have him breathing down your neck and telling you those stupid tactics, and you could go out there and play a bit of cricket. Is that how the team felt? And you don't have to answer this in words. You can tap for yes or 2 taps for no if you want to. 3.
3 taps. Yes, well, you were that relieved that Simo wasn't there. Well, that shows.
Some might say that, but no, he's a very good coach, and we're very sad to see him in hospital.
Right.
Next question.
Yes, next
How's that
question.
sitting on the fence? Right?
Steve, I've read your very attractive biography, or the diary of the of your tour. It's a tremendous read.
Get it on, yeah.
A tremendous read. But when did you find the time to write it? Because I never noticed in all the days, you go through day by day by day by day by day by day by day. Never do you say, oh, well, then I had to put the feet up and write the tour bloody diary. You never refer to the tour diary in the diary. When did you write it? Can I put it to you? You wrote it when you got home?
You may well say that, but no, I did write it every day, and once I got home from the cricket, it was sort of back to the room, write down what was going on, then out at night time to celebrate or whatever. And then the pen stopped after that time.
Now, speaking of that tour, we've got some magnificent scenes here of the final wicket that eventually gave Australia the Frank Worrell Trophy. Warnie Trundle's in. It's a bit of a mystery ball. There's certainly the batter didn't know much about it. And taken by Mark Taylor there at first slip. A tremendous achievement. 20 years we waited for this moment in history. How did it feel, Steve Waugh?
It was a bit of an anticlimax.
Yes, I thought.
Believe it or not, yeah. It's been so tough to beat these guys after 15 years or whatever, and then they sort of caved in so easy on the last day. It was as if you wished it was going to be a lot tougher to beat them, but nevertheless we're happy to beat them, and we had a few drinks later on.
Yeah. And here you are accepting the award.
Yes, the man of the series.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen that car since that day. I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
No idea.
Well, Simo's probably got it.
He probably has.
Steve, winning the series, I mean, it must have been a tremendous thing for you. And you were, as clearly demonstrated, you were the man of the series. You topped the averages with the bat. You topped the averages with the ball. People don't realise that, but you did. Now, how do you feel then playing under someone who's not as good as cricketer as you are? Mark Taylor, look, he's a tremendous bloke, but he's not a tactician. He's not a particular... No, Steve, no, fair dinkum. You know, I'm speaking on behalf of... You're a legend. You know, I've spoken to Fat Cat. Now, in all fairness, the people of Australia that HG and myself have been interviewing for months now, I mean, we've done a poll, we've spoken to about 16 million Australians who feel that you should have been made captain. You should be captain of Australia. You wear the baggy green more than anyone else. You wear it with dignity, you wear it with aplomb, you score a hell of a lot of runs and you get a hell of a lot of wickets. You should be What can we do about this, Steve?
Should we
make you guys selectors? No, I'm quite happy to play, actually. I mean, Mark Taylor is a great captain. He's done a great job and it's very relaxing being a player, not having to handle the media all the time. So I'm very happy just batting number 5 and 6, bowling occasionally, taking a few catches and not worrying about those sort of things. So, but I'd love to be captain one day if it come up.
Can I just refer to an incident? We should refer to the incident, and this is the Kirtley Ambrose incident. Okay. Now, I saw you interviewed, terrific interview it was too, on Andrew Denton's program, and you didn't reveal much, however, about what was said between you and Kirtley to fire him up in that way. I mean, is he just mad? Is he just a stupid bloke, or with a very short wick and a very short fuse?
Actually, but
what went wrong?
Well. Yeah, we're on TV, I can't swear, can I?
No, you can't. No, you can't.
This show has hardly any ratings, unlike the Andrew Denton show. And you can do whatever you bloody well like here, see?
I can tell the truth, can I?
Yes, you can. Tell the truth.
No, I'm not going to tell the truth. But I guess we're both under pressure going into the test match. Kirtley, some people were saying he wasn't bowling well, wasn't giving 100%, he was placing the side was in jeopardy. I went into that test match after the Brian Lara controversy. It was his hometown, so I was under a lot of pressure. We both sort of clashed at the heat of the moment. I thought he overdid his sort of Clint Eastwood stare at the end of his bowling mark, so I was eventually told him to get back and do his job, and he wasn't happy.
Did you say, get back and bowl?
Something like that. Yeah, 1 or 2 words sort of in between that, but
and then what did he say?
He basically said no, he said don't say that, and then I said a few more words which he liked even less, so and then he got a bit carried away, and then I got worried.
How do you get on with him now? Have you written since and apologised?
I'll be sending him a Christmas card.
Explain the situation?
Yeah, we're good mates, yeah. Looking forward to catching up with him, actually. But, no, we don't talk much.
All right, no.
But, I mean, you know, he's an opposition player, so...
Yes, how do you get on with the opposition generally, say, when you tour the West Indies? Are there plenty of... I noticed in the book, I think you said Jimmy Adams was the only one who showed up for a beer, even though you put the welcome mat out for everybody to come
I guess it's pretty tough after you lose a test series that you're going to have a beer with the opposition, but Jimmy's a nice guy. Brian Lara's a great fella. Richie Richardson's pretty good most of the time. Yes. Until he loses, I guess.
Well, when he lost, he said this was the worst Australian team he'd ever played. I mean, how bad does that make his team look?
Yeah, that's exactly right, yeah. It's a pretty strange comment.
What a goose.
I guess he was under pressure and said the wrong thing.
Under pressure. Speaking of a bit of pressure, we've got a bit of footage of you and Mark in a terrific, well, we call it rainbow connection happening here. This is when you were 99 against England.
I'm looking forward to seeing this.
Yes,
it's tremendous.
Here we are.
Ball's bowled, you decide to go for a quick single, it's not on, Chris Lewis comes back and hurls down the stumps, and then, unfortunately, you're stranded 99.
I suppose you can ask me what I said there as well, eh?
What did you say to him? What did you say to Mark?
Similar to what I said to Kirtley, actually. No, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was just one of those things in the game, and I guess he was trying to get the single for me to get 100, but he got run out, so it was disappointing for me, but maybe it's traced back to a childhood incident, I'm not sure, but I'll get him back one day, don't worry.
Yes. That wasn't the only time he's run you out, though, was it?
No, he's always running me out.
Yes,
yeah. He's a very poor runner between wickets.
But you've often said that you do have a psychic sense when Mark's going to get out. You don't have this psychic sense when you're going to get out.
No, that's right.
Nor does he have this psychic sense that you're going to get out. No. You don't have the psychic sense that he's going to get you out.
Something like, yeah.
It's a weird one, isn't it?
It is a weird one, yes. But yeah, it's funny you say that because there was a test match in Barbados where Kirtley Ambrose was just about to bowl the ball. Mark was batting. I thought, oh no, he's going to be out caught behind here. Yeah. And split second later he was out. So needless to say, Mark wasn't very impressed with it. But it does happen sometimes. Yeah.
Do you ever try and warn him, like?
It might It might be a tad off-putting, and it'll probably definitely make him get out. So no, I'll try not to do it.
Now, look, can we talk about the Shane Warne mystery ball? Now,
we've read about
well,
it.
it's a mystery to me. But yeah, go on.
Indeed, it appears to be a mystery to everybody, including Shane. I understand he's got something that works over about 15 metres. He can't make it go the whole pitch at the moment. And what is it exactly? Is it just something weird, or
Is it a reverse flipper?
I've got no idea, to tell you the truth. Maybe it's one that doesn't turn because every other ball turns. Maybe it's the one that looks like
straight ball. He's arm ball.
That could be a chair, the straight ball. But if it's over 15 yards, it's a bit of a problem because, as you say, the wicket's 22 yards. So he's going to have to modify it.
Well, we wish him all the best, and we certainly wish you all the best, Steve.
Thank you.
We do.
And I recommend the book for those interested in the tour of the West Indies, the recent Australian success in the West Indies. And on that cheery note, it's time to ask all Club Buggery viewers, whether here in the Rupert Murdoch disgrace or there at home, to get them together and bang them and thank Steve Waugh.